You guys, welcome to my new episode. And this is my first one on video because everybody's been asking when are we going to do videos? And today is the day. And I have my friend Jackie on here.
Hello.
Hello. You guys, she is my fabulous friend that I made at work. And she loves PCD as much as I do. And I didn't know she was such a PCD stan because one day,
Yes.
Jackie, it was you were telling me that I had mentioned we were talking about dressing up or something for parties, and you told me you said, "Well, don't laugh," but I dressed up as Nicole from PCD one time, and I was like, "PCD." I was like, "Honey, you're speaking my language." And you showed me the video, and I was like, "Oh my god, yes!"
It was
Wait,
more than once.
yes. Do you want to tell them the story of how we became friends at work?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was just like I can't remember the exact like situation, but I know we're sitting next to each other in our like cubicles, whatever had the wall separating us as always.
The
And
prison.
the prison wall and like you said something and you went yes and I was like yes. And at that point like I think we've just been friends ever since then.
Yes, we knew. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Lots of love, lots of love.
So, you guys, on today's episode, we are going to be talking about our favorite topic at the moment, which is PCD, because we've been going through some PCD debacles, everybody.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Jackie, how sad are we that they're canceling the show?
I mean, it's awful. Honestly, I'm heartbroken. Like, I've been such a diehard fan. Like, and the thing for me, it's like, I was born and raised in Europe, so I feel like I had such great chances to go see them, and I never made that move. And when I heard that they're coming here, I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting. I can't wait to go see Nicole finally. And yeah, so that's not happening. It's
Oh
really
my
sad,
gosh.
especially with the seats that you and I were able to get. I'm still so upset.
Yes, you guys, we were originally going to be sitting in the back of like the middle front section. And when the tickets went on sale because they weren't selling very well, I upgraded them to the very front. We were in the front row, but we were in the front row with a bunch of crickets. So
I
it
know we
was,
would have smelled the glitter.
it would be, I was so devastated, Jackie. I'm still devastated.
I am
Because I
too.
wish they would have kept some shows in the US and maybe just rescheduled them for different venues and let people buy tickets that way. But they canceled the whole US tour and they're only doing one show over here. It's in like LA or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's in California. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, girl, y'all have got
Oh,
fans out here, but maybe go down to like maybe six, five or six locations and then let all the fans that would have bought tickets fill out those places, maybe in like theaters. Because you know how like I've been to see Danity Kane and like JoJo and they've done the theater routes and it's actually they're pretty good that way. But I think they want like the outdoorsy feel because the outdoor stages are bigger and they have like these big dance numbers. And I don't know if necessarily if theater route is the best for that.
yeah. I mean, I feel like, but it's only three of them anyway. So I mean, I don't know how many backup dancers they're gonna have, but like, you know what I mean? I feel like I would have been totally fine with just having those three, and it was still would have been a blast. Like, I don't need all that, you know?
That's true. I did not think about that. I did not think about that. There is only three of them. Oh geez. And Ashley was always my favorite member, and I'm so glad she was there. And I was gonna be so excited to see her, but oh gosh, you snooze, you lose. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
oh gosh, it's just so devastating. Okay,
Very.
so I have to ask, how did you find out about Pussycat Dolls? Because I remember when I very, very, very first heard Don't Ya, I didn't hear it, I saw it. Um, and I can tell my story, but I want to hear yours first. How did you discover the Pussycat Dolls?
Oh well, I don't know. I mean, I was always into dance like since I was very young and like pop music was always, a part of all of our numbers and things like that. And I was obsessed with like watching MTV and watching we had in Bulgaria we had this channel was called I think The Voice and they would play like the most popular like pop music videos and things like that. And like when I saw Doncha, like that was such
Yes.
the vibes were amazing. I love like the hoodie with the bracelets everywhere. And they just looked so hot. Like the
Yes.
music was so cool. Like the dancing was awesome. And ever since I saw that, I was just obsessed. Like every song that came out. I mean, I pirated a lot of their music,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Who didn't? It was back in like what 2005. Who didn't? I think we
I
all destroyed our
pirated a
family computers back in those days. Okay, Jackie. So you knew that she was in Eden's Crush, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so Eden's Crush was a show called Pop Star. It was from a show called Pop Stars. So she auditioned for that show. It's kind of like a making the band type thing. And she made the 5 member girl group, and there was no lead singer in that group. But she spent about a year or two in that group, and they had a really big song called Get Over Yourself. And that's where I knew her from. And then I also saw her again in a clip on, I think it was a movie called Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick
Oh,
Cannon, and she
yes.
had that small cameo in the movie where she played a girl in the limo.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yes, I remember that movie. And I never thought I would ever see her again after that. But then one day I was in, I think I was in ninth grade, maybe, and I was in my first period class. And our teacher used to always let us watch MTV music videos first thing in the morning before she would get started. Well, there was a music video playing, and it was Don't Ya. And
Yes.
I did not know who this girl was, but I was like, she looks so familiar. Who is she? And I love this song. I didn't even know Pussycat Dolls was a girl group. I thought it was just a singer because it was the music video was like very heavily focused on her.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know there was a group. But then the more I started doing a deep dive, well, then I saw their CD single at Walmart, and I saw there was a bunch of girls in the cover. I was like, oh my God, they're a girl group. And that's how I got introduced to them. And then I ended up picking up the CD single of Don't Ya.
Yes.
And
Oh,
that's how
God.
I got introduced. I seriously used to play that CD single over and over and over again. I got that single along with the Hillary Duff album, the second album that has Fly on it. And I used to switch them back
I
and forth in my
remember
CD player all the time.
that.
Yes. I just thought Don't You was like, it was just such a catchy song. And then it started getting more momentum on the radio because I think it had a pretty low debut on the chart, like 90 something. And then out
Really?
of nowhere, it shot to like number two.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't remember that. I just know like it got super popular in Europe and like it was the thing. I mean, every single teenage girl was like obsessed. Like, in
Yes.
my class, like we all just like loved the Pussycat Dolls so much. But I remember like after I watched the video, I went up to my mom. Mind you, I'm like 13 at this point, okay?
Yes.
Like, hey mom, can I please have like a hoodie like Nicole's and I want the bracelets and all this stuff.
Yes.
I was so obsessed. Like I did everything I could in my power to dress just like her. Like
I
it was a
love her.
lifestyle
I love her. And I think the European market is so much more loyal to pop stars than the American market
for
because
sure.
the European market has still stood by the dolls. America, just like
Mm,
America,
yeah,
it's like TikTok. If they're not after about 30 seconds, they're gonna move on to somebody else. It's
so
very
true.
hard to crack it here in the States.
It is.
We
It
have
is.
such a
That's why
tough market over here.
I feel like that's why it's so amazing that like a lot of the pop stars that we've known for like years that are from different countries are now making it big in the States like finally. Like Zara Larson is a great example here. Like she just
Yes.
now she's finally exploding. I'm like, that's we've been waiting for this.
Yes. Midnight Sun.
Yes. Hey, she did that shit live
She
on one of
did.
the podcasts and it was insane.
Yes, on Call Her Daddy, or is it
Yes.
Call Me Daddy? Call Her Daddy.
Call her
Yeah,
Ned.
that one. Yes, I
Got it.
yes. Um. So when did you? Hmm. Did you see Jackie? What the hell am I talking about? I'm.
That's what happens every time you and I talk because we jump from topic to topic to topic.
Did you keep up with their first album? Like when was the release date and everything like that? Because I didn't. When I found their first album, I saw it by chance at a Walmart when I was on
2005, I
vacation.
think that's when it was released, the first one.
Yes.
And the second one is 2008, I believe.
Yes, the second one was in 2008. Oh, wasn't 2008 a great year?
Yes, it
That was
was.
such a great year. I loved
That was great.
2008. My goodness. But yeah, I would have loved, this year is the 20th anniversary of PCD, right?
Yeah.
And they had the deluxe edition that just got released to Apple Music or like all the streaming platforms. But the cover only has a pink border around it. And I feel like they could have done so much more with that. After 20
Really?
years,
I did not see that. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of basic.
oh yeah, they the new songs are all songs that just weren't included on the album, but they were like deep tracks on like maybe like bonus songs. Cause see, let me look it up right now. So it's PCD Forever, the deluxe edition, and it's a bunch of remixes. But I will tell you, Don't Ya with Blondish is really good. And there's one on there called Wait a Minute with Mary Droppins. I don't even know.
Okay.
But it's very good. The Don't Just Show Music remix is very good. And then it has buttons with Snoop Dogg on it because that version was not on the album.
I
And
love that
then
version. It's so good.
Sway, Flirt,
Yes.
and We Went As Far As We Felt Like Going is on there. Do you remember We Went As Far As We Felt Like Going?
Oh, that's one that I'm gonna have to revisit because I really don't
Ooh,
remember it very well.
it's from Shark Tale. Where they're like, we went as far as we felt like going.
Oh my
Kind of like
God.
Car Wash.
Yes.
I do. I love that one. It was so good.
Wow.
But I never had the Shark Tale soundtrack. So I like always had to go to YouTube just to hear that song.
Yeah.
And because Lord, back listen, when they were out, y'all, that was back in the day when our parents had to buy our music for us, and you had to beg to the gods to get a piece of plastic. Okay.
Oh, please. I wouldn't even bother asking because it wouldn't work for me. Like, my parents were never the type to like buy me like CDs and stuff like that.
Oh, I bugged the shit out of my mom until she just caved in and said yes because I'm very persistent. I should have
Yeah.
been an attorney. Oh, here I go with the microphone again, y'all. My microphone's right here. Nobody can see it. It's like cutting into my face. I can't. I can't. But yeah, so what are wait, who are your favorite members? I love how I made this list for us to go off of. I'm not even going off of it.
It's okay. I think it's great.
So
Obviously, that girl Nicole, I mean, she just like I don't know, like she for me, like every time I'd watch a music video, her vocals, her presence, her outfits, like everything just kind of takes the attention away from everybody else. So she was always just kind of like she was just my favorite. But I gotta say that I do also really like Jessica. Like she was I really enjoyed
yes.
Jessica. And I know this might be not a popular opinion, but Melody I think was also great. Like for vocal wise, like I think she definitely like contributed a lot to some of those songs. I mean, like her vocals were on point.
Oh
So
yeah, she would do the wailing and the runs in the background.
yeah,
And
and that shit was
Jessica
fire. Like
and Jessica actually has a really good voice too. She has a really good solo album. It's very good. It's very dancey. And you love dancing music. You guys, Jackie is actually a very good dancer. She should be doing TikToks.
I used to be. It's been a lot.
I've seen the videos. I've seen the proof. She is a legit dancer, you guys. She's got it.
Well, I used to be. I graduated with a degree in dance that I haven't used in 10 years, but oh well.
Well, let me tell you guys, Jackie, she's a very good dancer, and honey, she dances to the bank, honey.
That's
So,
really way too nice, but yeah, okay.
so my favorite members are obviously Nicole. I love Melody, but I also loved Ashley
Yes.
because I love the blondes that are kind of like Barbies, and I love Ashley. She has such a cool vibe. I don't know if you are familiar with the members of Danity Kane, but Ashley just reminds me of like Aubrey and Shannon. She
Hmm.
just has
Yeah.
that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And I actually love her solo album. It's very good. It's called The Butterfly Effect, I think.
I have never listened to it.
Oh, it's really good. It's so good. Her lead single is called Woman Up, and it gives vibes of like, did you ever listen to Vanessa Hudgens?
Yes.
Do you remember that? Basically, what we gotta do is dance. That's literally what her lead single's like.
I love it. I
Uh,
love it so much.
yes. So those are my favorite members, and I was devastated that Melody has never come back. But I understand why she doesn't want to come back because she is a
No, I get
vocalist,
it.
not more of a dancer. So I understand why she doesn't want to come back. But
But I think
one
a
day
lot
I
of like
hope
the
she will.
strife that happened within, I don't think like from what I've read, like I don't think she had any issues like with the group members. I think it was just like the record label because they were
Yeah.
very obviously like pushing Nicole to be like the star of the group, and everybody else kind of fell to the background. And I understand, from her perspective, like if you have that talent, like you don't want to be a background singer.
Yeah, I saw an interview where she was asked if she would ever come back. And she was talking about the label and how they were like, they said, wait your turn and it'll happen eventually. And it just never
They
happened.
did,
And
yeah.
you just play your part. Jessica actually talked about that too in an interview. So let's get to their first album, 20th anniversary, PCD. I remember I was on vacation. I was in Panama back when Panama was family friendly. And I saw it at a Walmart and I used some of the money from my food budget to buy it. I just didn't tell my mom that at the time.
What a boss move. I love
Oh,
that.
that's right. You got to sneak it in there. I'm like, oh, please, I can eat some beef jerky. I'm a teenager. I don't need a meal. I don't need a meal. to make it
Make it
happen.
happen.
But do you remember how big PCD
Well,
was at the time? Like that album to me is like half the album alone is like a greatest hits collection.
it genuinely is. I don't think there's a bad song on there at all.
It's a no skip album for
Yeah,
sure.
for
No
sure.
skips whatsoever. I remember that they ran that album into the ground. Like they just kept releasing single after single after single. I think that album had nearly a 2 year run,
I think so too. I mean, yeah,
almost two
pretty
years,
sure.
I think.
Almost 2 years. Yeah.
Girl, I'll have to get on Wikipedia and see if somebody knows the truth
I
because that
think, no, I think
Wikipedia
you're
would
right. Yeah.
say. So, what are your favorite songs from PCD?
Ooh, okay. Obviously, Doncha is like, that's all time favorite, but I do love Beep, I have to say. That was like, I absolutely loved, and the music video was just amazing with Glenn. That
Yes,
was so good. Um, I don't know, wait a minute. That's, yeah, I Don't Need the Man was from that album too. And
I
I
love that one.
really loved the music video. I actually, I recreated her costume from that one. So I have like the bra and everything. It's, yeah.
Yes,
But I just love like the pink and the black like contrast of the visuals were so cool in that video.
it's giving
Um,
Victoria's Secret commercial.
yes, I think that's exactly what it is. Yes, for
Yes,
sure. Did I say wait a minute? Because that was the other one. I
no, but I
have
love that one
I
too.
do have her outfit where she's on the train with Timbaland.
Yes,
So the whole thing like with the cutouts.
yeah, yes. Wait a minute
So
to me kind of seems like it's like wait a minute could walk so that when I grow up could run because the videos are
oh
kind of
yes.
similar.
Yes, actually I
Yes.
do agree with that.
Do you remember what I told you about Beep? Why I never knew all those years why it was called Beep.
Really?
I didn't realize it was because there was a beep in the song. I was wait because see I'm so like literal. I thought that like beep should be like mentioned like the and I thought that when they say I don't give up keep like I thought beep was like some kind of slang for like getting rid of your man. Like I'm gonna beat my man or something. I
Ah,
don't know. Make that make sense.
no, I can't.
And you know, in Beep, that was the first video that they released where Melody and Carmit actually got to sing portions of that song by themselves.
Yeah,
And
no,
the
for
I don't give
sure.
a keep looking at my yeah.
Yeah. And that is like the first time I think I've heard Melody sing on her own. And
Yes.
that's when I was like, oh, okay, this girl can sing. Like
Oh
this
yeah.
is, like the vocals are definitely there.
Mm.
Because you generally like with the rest of the songs, like it's really difficult to hear everybody's like talent. Like I said, they're kind of muted, but and that was the one time when I was like, okay, these girls are actually all very talented, like you can tell. I
You know, it was so interesting how they went from Don't Ya to Stick With You for their next single because it was so like
love that one
upbeat,
too.
dancey, and then they went to the ballad. But I remember
That
listening
was
to it
beautiful.
I would always wonder, I was like, who is that in the background that just sounds so angelic going, nobody? And then I saw the video and I was like, oh my God, it's Melody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a shock to me too, honestly. But
Yeah.
I love that song too. I mean, I don't think there's a song on the first album that's not great.
No, even some of the deep cuts are so good. Hot stuff, even though it's a cover.
Yes, I love that one.
How many times, how many lies? I love that one.
How
She was like,
many times?
she was like, how many lies? She has like such an old fashioned like type of theatric voice. I love it. I feel like like an old lady legend is singing her life story to us.
Yeah,
She's
well,
telling us
isn't
about
it,
a
Nicole was trained? She was trained as an opera singer,
I
so
think so, yeah.
I feel like a lot of that, like what you're explaining, comes from that training.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to ask, what is your least favorite from PCD? Mine's feeling good only because it's just Nicole singing and it just kind of has its own vibe from the album. Mine's definitely, if I had to get rid of one track on the album, it's feeling good.
Uh, I would say either that one or Bite the Dust.
Oh no. Bite the dust. Ironically, bite the dust.
It's I don't know. I thought it was kind of it was just okay. Like it didn't it's not a bad song by any means. It
Yeah.
never really, it didn't have that extra like pizzazz to it like the rest of it.
You know what song really gets me going when I play that album in the car
What?
right now? I feel like I'm marching to the gods.
It is, yes, I
Because
agree.
it
That one
gets so
is made
it just
up.
keeps going, like it just keeps elevating more and more because out of nowhere she's like, "You set my soul on fire," and I was like, "Nicole, yes, ma'am."
The vocal range for sure.
So after the
Love
run of PCD, we go into the doll domination era,
that.
and through this era, there's only five of them who are the ones in the picture behind Jackie. Now, because Carmit left the group, and she was one of the founding members of Pussycat Dolls that had been in years before the group went to like the recording level. So we were down to five girls. And I remember when Doll Domination came out, I remember there was an well, I don't know. Over here we had Entertainment Weekly magazine and like People and stuff like that, and they would always have like music sections where the albums would be reviewed by the critics. And there was a critic in there, and they actually used the exact picture that's behind you. This critic had the nerve to say that the 16 tracks on their album was too much. Excuse
Please.
me,
It's
sir. The
not.
more, the merrier.
I know, right? I mean, that's the whole point of making like pop music. I feel like it's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, certainly because I mean nowadays you know how short these albums are, right? Like you get
Oh
like 10
yeah.
songs and then you in like 30 minutes you're like, wait, that was it? I mean, it was great,
Yes.
but like we want more. And I feel
Yes.
like they gave us like everything with that second album.
I feel like with the second album, they gave us everything because it was amplified. Because not only were the songs made for the dolls, but there were also songs that were made for Nicole's solo album when her solo album was actually shelved because it was supposed to be the first album Nicole goes solo. Well, it didn't work out, so they did a second album with the dolls. And you can actually tell that I think you can tell that with some of the songs, like for example, Happily Never After. That seems
Hmm.
like a very Nicole because it doesn't sound like anyone singing it but her. The song I Hate This Part, I have no
I was
idea if
just
that was
gonna
actually
say,
meant for the group.
I hate this part is one of my favorite songs.
Yes, the video.
Oh, I was obsessed. I wanted a turquoise feather in my hair for the longest time.
Yes.
And it's one of the first things I did when I went to college.
Yes. I don't know if you know. Listen, over here. Okay, so you guys, Jackie, she's born. Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm originally from Bulgaria, born and raised. I moved
Yes.
here when I was 19.
Yes. I'm so glad you came here.
Me too.
Okay, so over here, they played I Hate This Part non-stop on the radio. I think I Hate This Part was their biggest song from the second album. It was even bigger than When I Grow Up over
I
here.
agree. Yeah, I think for us, like back home, I mean, they played that music video all the time. And it was almost the same amount as when I grew up, but I feel like yeah, that one was just
Yeah.
it was everywhere.
You know, it's Doll Domination also, they had a really good single run, but over here in the States, it fizzled out after I Hate This Part. But there were other singles that did really well overseas. Like What You Think About That, Bottle Pop. Those
Bottle
were
Pop,
not big here in the States.
sure. Really? That's oh
Yes.
wow, I did not
If
know
you
that because Bottle Pop was huge back home.
That's so crazy because in their recent interviews, just the three of them, they all say how Bottle Pop is their least favorite song.
Really? See, I love
Yeah.
that one. And once you think about that, I mean, also I was a huge Missy Elliott fan, still am, but
Yes.
you know, like seeing Missy with, you know, the Pussycat Dolls was like, wow, this is so cool. So for us, I don't know.
Yeah.
It really was a huge song back
And
home.
it's
Like this was yeah.
and it's a big deal to have Missy on your track.
It really is. I feel like that was such an accomplishment.
Yes. She
Because I'm
did
like,
songs with
okay,
them and Danny Kane in that same era, that same
yeah.
year.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
right,
We're
right.
Bad Girl.
And Snoop Dogg, obviously, like, I mean, he was already on Buttons anyway. So I was like, okay, like, obviously there's a relationship there already. So I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that he's on yet another song with them. But with Missy Elliott, it was like, wow, this is huge, you know?
Yes. I really loved that song. And that one part where they're like, I'm gonna let you play my part. I thought that was Melody singing. But I think it's her background vocals infused with Nicole's. But a Melody, she does a lot of runs in that song.
She does, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people would say on online that they would always comment about how they didn't like all her wailing, but I was like, girl, nobody could wail like her in that group. Nobody.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know. I'm serious. Where is
She
her?
was there for a purpose and she did great.
Whatever happened to her solo deal? You know, they wanted to go solo with Nicole, but what about Melody? Because Melody could have been so big solo.
She really could have been, yeah. I don't know why she was never offered the opportunity to do anything on her own. Like
Yeah.
that would have been amazing.
Yeah. I think she does her music independently now.
I think so too. I read something about
Yeah.
it, but I'm not really sure exactly what she's into now.
So, what are your favorite songs from Doll Domination? And there's a lot to choose from. Remember, 16's too many. And if you had the deluxe, that's 5 extra tracks.
Yes, that's true. I mean, when I grew up, like I absolutely loved the song, loved the outfits. Actually, I have this without the sleeves though.
That picture is from the video.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's yeah, I think so because she's wearing the same outfit like in the video.
Yes.
And I don't know if she has a picture without the sleeves somewhere, but I have this exact top with like the little sleeves that go like up to her elbow. Like that's
She's giving Pink Power Ranger.
yes, and I was obsessed. So
Yeah.
that was one. I hate this part. Like I said, I mean, that was just such a beautiful song. Like that was,
Girl.
it still is one of my favorites. I'm trying to see if there's anything else, but
You guys, if anybody thought what I did was just now was weird, just know I can't really snap my fingers. I've never been able to. I've
I never
never
thought
been.
I forget about that.
I will not be doing that on camera. You guys, I not no no I cannot snap my fingers. I make the sound doing something else with my hand. I could just do it. I will not be doing that on camera because people think it's weird.
I think it's awesome. But anyway, we'll have our talents, okay?
Now I do love the When I Grow Up music videos because I was like, girl, them dancing on those cars, and they left marks on those cars. And girl, I will drive a scratched car from a Pussycat Doll any day of the week. I'm like, honey, Nicole put her foot in that one. I'll
I know,
take
right? Do
it.
not fix it ever.
Don't ever fix it. Don't ever fix it. And what would this is tough. What would be your favorite video from the doll domination era? Because I know mine, and mine might shock you.
Hmm. I definitely want to say I hate this part. I feel like
Oh,
that has got
yeah.
to be my favorite.
I love that one. I actually saw a performance they did of that one, and they infused it with a dance track, like a dance breakdown at the end. They performed it on the finale of The Hills.
Oh wow,
I taped it.
that's cool.
I'll have to
Yeah,
send you a clip after this. You'll love
I
it.
have to see that. I have to
Okay,
see
my
that.
favorite video from the doll domination era is actually Hush Hush because they infused it with I Will Survive.
That was a great video. I
It
have
was
to
a
say that.
great video. My only
Yes.
complaint is that it is so heavily focused on Nicole that the other girls are barely even in it, but the video is absolutely it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
think that's why for me, like I hate this part. I think I just it was. I mean, you could see like obviously again, Nicole is a lot more like in the in front and like the center of like the whole thing. But at least in I hate this part, you kind of could see like the whole. Like, you could see it as a group more than you could in the rest of it.
Yeah, it's so good. And the album version is a ballad, and then the single version has like the dance version on it. So I love that they give their fans variety.
They really did. And you know what? 16 tracks is perfect.
And talk about a legacy, and all they had was 2 albums. That's it, 2 albums. But they
I
had the
know.
mini album, which is the next section that we're going to get into, because this is when it nears the end for the group, unfortunately. We got to talk about the J Ho era.
Ah, yes. But you know what? I don't know much about that because I remember like seeing the video, and until you mentioned to me that when you look at the title, it says the Pussycat Dolls featuring Nicole. I was like,
Oh,
wait a
yeah.
minute. Like that's where everything must have gone downhill because at this point, like it's very obvious that she's a solo artist. And I think maybe around the same time, wasn't she in all of the she had that song with Enrique Iglesias, Heartbeat. She did the song with T.I., and she did the one with P. Diddy. So I feel like at this
Yes.
point, like around that time, she was already like she had pretty much established herself as a solo artist. But I didn't even think about that until you mentioned it. I was like, wow, like this.
You know what I've always thought was so crazy about her solo career is the fact that she is the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls, does almost all the vocals, and yet when she went solo, nobody in America bought into it. It was her albums were released overseas. I found them both at McKay's.
Oh my gosh, I need those for sure. If I
Yeah.
ever find copies of them, I'm definitely getting them. Killer Love was one of my favorites.
Oh, Killer Love is amazing. The second album, Big Fat Lie, I like it, but Killer Love is another level.
Yeah,
It's
Killer
a
Love was
whole different
definitely
ball
that
game.
was it. Yeah.
Yes, I love the song with Enrique Iglesias. He was like,
Oh,
heartbeat.
oh, I have her outfit from that song too.
Yes, the fur, where she was like on
No,
the cover like this.
no, she has like the black lacy dress with like the red like underwear, and so
Yeah.
I did like a version of that. Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
I feel like I definitely have those stashed somewhere because that those were outfits I was never gonna get rid of.
Yes. So this is when things started to go downhill for the group. The other girls were starting to get offended that Nicole, it got changed to the Pussycat Dolls featuring Nicole Scherzinger. And actually on J-Ho, the only vocals that the other girls sing on that song at the very end is when they go Baila Baila. Because there's a performance they did on Ellen and they all had the microphones, but the other girls never put the microphones up to their lips to sing until it got to the Baila Baila part. So everybody kept saying how it was Nicole and the Baila Baila girls.
Ouch.
Yes.
Ooh,
Well, Jackie,
that's tough.
I can't believe we have reached our 30-minute mark already. So we are getting close to the end. I only have Jackie for 40 minutes today, you guys. She's a busy lady.
I am.
So we are in our closing thoughts. Um, what do you think the group could have been had there not been a lead singer? I think they could have gone next level even if they did not have a lead singer because the other girls could have developed their fan bases even more.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like they would still be around. Like we wouldn't have to wait 20 years for a reunion, and like um I always look at this, I look at the Sugar Babes and how well they've done over the years. And yes, they've had some members come and go, yes, but at the same time like the core has stayed the same. And I feel like, they have done so well and they still keep releasing amazing music. And I'm so like, I've always hated that the Pussycat Dolls they separated because to me, if they didn't have all this internal strife and the record label didn't push so hard for Nicole to be the front and center of the group, like I feel like we would still have some awesome music to listen to.
Yes.
And now that I mean, they did release React, which that was awesome, and then the
Oh
new
God, yes.
that was fantastic.
The video.
Um, and the close song they released this past month, like that was great, but I feel like there was not any marketing for any of that. They were just kind of like doing things, but it's just, I don't know, it kind of falls flat every once in a while because I'm like, it could have been so much better.
Kind of going just off the legacy instead of what it could be today, still in today's market.
Yeah.
Because a lot of current artists, which I have on here in my closing thoughts, is the impact on today's artists. And I know that groups like Cat's Eye, artists like Tate McRae, they are
Yeah.
very inspired by Pussycat Dolls. Their
Mhm.
style, you mean like Sabrina Carpenter, like just everybody's styles, you can tell come from an inspiration of Pussycat Dolls, and they definitely left their mark. And they have such a legacy for only having two albums. But you don't have to have the world's biggest catalog to leave your mark. I mean, the Spice Girls only have three albums. Destiny's Child only have four albums and then one Christmas album.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. They definitely kind of like set the bar for pop music for me and like for girl bands, I think specifically. But I think you're right. Like looking at today's artists, everybody has some type of influence from the Pussycat Dolls for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
So the last question I have for you is, what does the Pussycat Doll legacy mean to you?
oh man, it honestly, it means a huge deal to me because as somebody who, I grew up in a country where, you don't have a lot of opportunity, but I had big dreams. And so my biggest dream was to come to the States and be a professional dancer and be an entertainer and be a performer. And when I saw the Pussycat Dolls, like I think that is kind of they're almost one of the reasons why I'm here in the States today because I was so inspired by everything they did, all like just all the art that they put out there. Like their work was so incredible to me. And I was like, I want to be that one day. I didn't get there, obviously, but at the same time, like it pushed me to do things in a different way and to really just um, continue to follow my dreams. And that's why I love when I grow up because like just like the whole concept of be careful what you wish for because there's so many things that you can actually manifest and that can happen. And that song meant so much to me because I was like, I kept manifesting that one day I'm gonna come to the States and train professionally and do this and do that, and actually end up doing it. And so the legacy just it's really kind of I don't know. It's part of me almost. That's how it feels to me. I know it's probably not going to make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but yeah, it's been a privilege to be a part of that era, I think.
For sure. I think that their legacy is so important because I remember at the time when they came out. They were also under a lot of ridicule because of the way they dressed and things like that. But I think it was very empowering that they did that because I think it's important, especially for like women. I think it's so important to feel confident in your own body and your own skin and then go out and then represent for the ladies. And I think they were saying you don't have to look just like them to be a pussycat doll, but they will tell you how to be like they will make you feel confident with yourself and that they're they were really girls. I think like they really put that vibe out there. Like, yes, it was centered around a lead singer and it was all the girls in the background, but they were really out there doing it for the girls. And I think that for even boys that loved the Pussycat Dolls as well. I think that their vibe it also transcended to like all their fans of like, let's just go out there and do your thing and be confident. You don't have to be this way. You don't have to conform to this. You know, we can go out here, we can dress how we want, we can dance how we want, we can,
Yeah.
have the whole vibe and do whatever we want because we're doing it for the fans and we're doing it for us.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I think that's exactly what it is. Like they made you feel like you could do anything and just by just being yourself and being like just expressive and use your creativity and be artistic. And I think that's exactly what they did. So yeah, their legacy means I think a huge deal to a lot of us that grew up in that time.
Yeah. Cause I feel and their music still holds today.
It definitely does. Like
It's because you remember
there's
that.
no there's no way you can go to the grocery store and like hear Don't Shy and not want to dance down the aisle, okay? That's
Oh,
not
please let Bottle Pop come on while I'm in the cereal aisle, and I promise.
have it drop it low or as low as I can.
Yes. Now I can't listen. I was never really a good dancer to begin with, but I will try to pop, lock, and jam if I have to, if need be. You'll see me getting down in a Kroger, okay?
Yes.
I gotta bring something to this little town I live in. They have tractor conventions here. I gotta spice it up a little bit.
Well, that's right.
I gotta bring the spice here.
Yes.
I really hope that they spend this time since they're not going to tour in the US. I really hope they work on some new music because Club Song and React, those songs are fire, especially React.
Yeah.
The
React is
video for
amazing.
React
Oh,
was next level.
what? I was
Next
obsessed.
level. I
Yeah.
think their video for React is arguably their best video.
I think so. It's done extremely well. I mean, yeah. It really brought you back to like what the Pussycat Dolls used to be in the beginning. It,
Yeah.
it holds a bit of nostalgia for me when I watch it because I'm like, man, like this is what we could have still had.
Yeah. Do you remember their performance on the X Factor?
Yes, I think so. It's been a while.
That performance, if you go back and watch it, look at the choreography. Kimberly literally gave birth, I think, 6 weeks prior to doing that choreography.
Oh, I
She had
can't.
just had a baby
I don't know how
and
these
she
women
had
do
her
it.
leg up like this.
She, I, that was like
Amazing.
one of my goals as a dancer. I was like, I need to be able to do that. I never got to that point, but I was like, ever since like I saw her, like her leg was always up to her like ear, like that was her signature move, and I was like, I want to be able to do that too. That's so cool.
Yes. I know I
Yeah.
said I had one last question and I've asked two since then, I think. But
Okay.
this is my last one because we have 5 minutes left.
Expected.
We have 5 minutes left. So the last one is if they continue to keep going the way they are you still happy with it being just the three? Or do you wish some of the other girls would come back?
Oof. I mean, I think at this point I have to be happy with what we got. I'm happy with the three of them, honestly. Like if those are the three that want to continue the legacy, like I'm cool with that. But at the same time, I feel like it could have been better if all of them came back. I don't see that ever happening, obviously now because of some things that some of the past members have said and things like that. And I think that they have burned that bridge whatsoever. But I think yeah, I mean, I would be excited to see if those three come up with something different. Like maybe
Yeah.
it's time for like a new beginning and a new legacy for the Pussycat Dolls. And if they go down that road, like I'm 100% behind it.
I mean, they could be called the PCD3.
Could be.
Listen, I know that Melody's not going to come back.
No, she
But
won't.
and I know that Jessica has said a lot of things that have rubbed people the wrong way, but the whole part of being in the Pussycat Dolls was to be a very strong person and to be who you are
Be true to yourself, right? Like,
and you be true to yourself. And I do hope one day that they can all sit down together and heal their sisterhood and heal their friendships and make it work to come back and do it one more time with all of them, not just for the fans, but for them as well. Because I do think that when bands end, I think the closure part of that is so important. I feel like it really does
yeah,
hurt
for
people
sure.
knowing that their bands ended on like bad terms and it just didn't work out for everybody. But one can only hope. And also, everybody stream Club Song on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your music. I'm advertising this as if I get paid for, but I don't make a dime off of that song. But trust and believe it has gone diamond in my home.
Yes, same here.
Yes. Well, Jackie, I am so happy that you came on and that you were my first video guest. And
Well,
you
thank you
have to
for
come
having me.
back. And you have to come back.
Yes, I would love to. You know, I love discussing pop culture with you. So,
Yes. So we have to talk about all the things we love, like Gossip Girl, Barbie,
oh my God, yes, Gossip Girl. Woo. Now we're gonna
everything.
need like at least an hour for that, okay?
A girl, I know all the girls are about Chuck Bass, but honey, I'll talk about Nate Archibald all day.
I mean, how can you not?
Poor Dan Humphrey.
Yeah,
Also, did you see I had my latte during the show?
I know, but I'm proud. Is it just the one today?
Oh, we can't be talking about my health on this channel. Oh my
You
gosh. Listen, guys, Jackie knows all about my health and what I'm going through at the moment. And let's just say that poor choices have been made, but we're getting back on track and things are going to get better. And yes, this is my only one of the day. I had a little itty bitty one, like a little shot this morning. It's my only one. So, but Jackie, I'm so excited that you came on.
yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
And guys, just know that Jackie's going on tour soon. So buy your tickets.
Yeah, the tour of being a mom right now.
Oh my goodness. Yes. We always joke how me and her are a band and we're going on tour. And where do I always tell everybody we're going to perform at?
It's always a Chick-fil-A parking lot, okay? Just not on Sundays, obviously, but you know.
Honey, we're the Chicken Minis. Yes. And our album covers like what? Like this?
He has the Botox face.
No, the face like that. Hold on.
Yes. Why is it always so good? I don't know how you do this every time.
Okay. You guys, we are reaching the end of the episode. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed seeing Jackie. And she'll be back soon because she cannot get away from me because she also works with me.
Yes.
So, yes, you guys, I will catch you next time. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. Jackie, tell everyone bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye, everybody.